Hello travels out there, today in this video I'm going to be telling you guys about what I got to on my Friday. So today I got ready for the day ahead and I had such a good night's sleep because yesterday evening me and my dad and younger sister had gone to the hospital to see my mum. She was doing so much better for TV at McDonald's, and we went the back way because they were doing some tarmacking on the roads, on the road we normally go down to get back into town where we live. So we went down the back way, but sadly a lorry had got stuck, so there was a massive traffic jam, so we wanted to turn back around and go a different way, and it was like follow the leader because we drove and then the other people were then following us to find out where to go. We started off at the shop to get my lunch for today, then got back and I met McDonald's and we watched For the Love of Dogs in India, and I went to strip my dog Hearth, who was lit on my mum's bed in my mum and dad's room, and I ended up falling asleep. And then my dad woke me up, I crawled up the stairs, I went to sleep, I slept in my clothes, I didn't realise it until the next day. And this morning I got up, went up the end room and watched today's Henry, or yesterday's Henry and Neighbours, and recorded Henry and Neighbours for today. And I wrote my journal from last night and a bit of this morning, and I had some Nutella toast and a cup of tea, and I also watched last night's Amadell, Dollar Bill, and Liv is doing my head in at the moment, and watched Hollyoaks. Oh my gosh, wine is after the kids. Steve's been a bit of a butt munch, poor Harry. So Steve doesn't want to marry Harry, and saying he doesn't love Harry, yet he was alright to run off with a killer. Steve, sort your head out before you lose Harry. Starry are so good together, so I really hope Steve doesn't blow this. And Liv drinking and saying that Aaron and Robert were thinking about themselves and not Liv, and how Liv had to be the adult, which is not true. Liv, if she felt like this, she should have told Aaron and Robert, not drunk herself stupid. And yeah, Liv needs to cool down. I hope all of that blows over because I hate it when my favourite fandom, Rob Levon, are unhappy. I just want Robert, Aaron, Liv and Seb to be a happy family together. I'm so glad that when Robert and Aaron did have a little spat, they stayed calm and talked it over before they reunited. That would all have kicked off. Robert would have been kicked out. So yeah, I'm just so glad how far they've come, and can't wait for them to get married in the summer. I then had a nice refreshing shower and got my bag and stuff ready for work placement, and my dad dropped me in to work placement. We went to the scenic route, this nice long country lane way, and got to see some lovely views. My younger brother and sister went off to college, and my younger brother's packing because he's off on holiday tomorrow. Me and my dad have to take him for about 10ish to the airport for him to go off with his mates to have a nice lad's holiday, and my younger sister's mate came a picture and they went off to college, and I almost forgot my lunchbox, but just as we left, felt my bag and realised, so I ran back in and got my lunchbox. And then I got to workplace and I got signed and put my bag and stuff away, and I then went off and I was refilling and cleaning the water features, and I was scrubbing so hard and it looked immaculate. And I then did a bit of sweeping up after break. I had a bit of a longer break because I finished my break a bit late, so my boss came to find me, but it was alright because we thought that the break was longer than it should. So me and my colleague were alright. We thought we were going to be in trouble, but we weren't, because the person I was going off with had to do something beforehand anyway. And then I was sweeping up and had to get the part of the sweeper that collects all the stuff and put it behind the fence, like tip it out behind the fence where there's a massive pile of debris they put the stuff there. But I misjudged it. Instead of going over the fence into the pile, it went onto the floor on a pile of wooden decking, so I had to clear that all off. I then went off and I got some of the dead flower heads off and put them in a pot, and I was putting some rubbish and stuff in the general waste bin in the yard. Went to go up there, and then the chain that goes across the door to the yard so that little kids can't run in and stuff. broken my hand, so that had to be fixed. Whoops. And then after I'd finished destroying the whole of the garden centre, which felt like, I then had my lunch and I called home to say how my day had been. Not home, I called my dad and then talked to my mum because my dad had gone to see my mum. I almost called home, but I meant to call my dad, so I called my dad instead. Wouldn't get a reply at home because no one was home. And I told my mum and dad about how my day had been. I then tweeted a bit, but Twitter was playing up because of the Wi-Fi was playing up a bit. And then I talked with my schoolmate who was in my year at school, who works in the restaurant, and one of my other colleagues. Then I went off back out and did some more work, and I bumped into my workplace manager, who was being a bit irritated today. He kept on saying stuff, like asking me questions, stuff that I already knew. Like, you're not allowed to say to the people that you're on placement with, oh, I can't wait to get a job here and stuff, and blah blah blah, because you might not get a job there, and also it makes it quite cringy for them, because if they don't give you the job, it's going to be awkward. But I never do anything like that. I may say to him, the one employing my boss, that I'm really enjoying it and stuff, I just let them know I'm enjoying it, but I never say, can't wait to work here and stuff like that, because it's just cringy and I wouldn't do that. Also, I was working on the tails a bit, and he kept on saying, oh, make sure you're watching the screen, and then said about my notepad and make sure that I'm taking notes, when I had been, but I didn't need to today, because I didn't need to take any notes today, and I helped people find certain things and stuff. Doing very well and very impressive, and I like showing him and stuff, and he wasn't having anything. Like, I wanted to show him the pots that I displayed, and he was just like, where's your boss, where's your boss? I was like, I'll take you to him because I can show you what I've done. So he's just been a bit annoying. My course leader never really comes to see me anymore, probably worried that she'd upset me, my mum will have a go at her again like last time. But yeah, 2 more months of this and then I'm home free, well, and I'll hopefully get a job, hopefully in Wyville or somewhere else, but I really want to do something with gardening and stuff, so we'll see where it takes us. And then I was done for the day, freedom, bank holiday weekend, here we come, and I got my bag of stuff ready, signed out and said goodbye to my colleagues. The workplace manager went off to see someone else, and I then got off to see my dad and picked me up, and then we went off home, and I got changed into my comfy clothes. It's so sunny out at the moment, and they said it's going to be a nice sunny bank holiday weekend. And my dad let me know that my mum is doing a lot better today. The tablets are working, so the excess water that's in her body is gradually going, and she should hopefully be home by next week. And on Sunday, when we're having a gathering, my older brother and girlfriend are hopefully going to be able to pick her up and take her to the gathering for a few hours and then drop her back to the hospital. And we were going to go in this evening, but my grandparents and my uncle's girlfriend are going in this evening, so we're not going to go in this evening. And I got changed and put my bag of stuff away when I got back. I went to my favourite Trader Joe's. My dad went off to have a nap because he had a bit of a bad head. We were going to go off to the dump shop, but we're going to be doing that tomorrow instead. So tomorrow, we'll drop my younger brother off to the airport to go off on holiday with his mates, and then we're going to go to the dump shop and the charge shops, and then I'll be sorting my beauty does out and working on my book series tomorrow, and sorting my dogs and dogs out, waiting for my dog to show episode for the evening tomorrow. And I need to watch last week's Boots Return and this week's Boots Return and last night's newest episode of Supernatural, living up that show. I'm watching it from season 1 to 13. I've watched I'm on season 2 of starting from the beginning, and I've got, I think it's 1 episode or 2 episodes left of Supernatural season 13. So I think it goes up to 22 episodes or 23. Not quite sure if the one I'm watching tonight is the last episode of this season so far. I'll have to see, probably look that up later on. And I worked on the new chapter of my book and some new songs. I'm playing on my keyboard a bit. My younger sister is back from college, and my dad is sorting out some DIY stuff around the house, so he was drilling and banging and crashing around. So I was trying to film my book out in the garden on the little decking area, but because of the bone across the lawn, it was so noisy, so I just came up here and filmed it in here instead, so you can hear my beautiful voice more clearly. And I got a Sid magazine last night from the shops when getting my food for today for lunch, so I read that and I watched some stuff with Cord and Beepside Player and Capture, played on iDressUp and Stardot and some other game sites and played on Thriv, and did some arts and crafts and some paper dressmaking and did some illustrating. Worked on the new touch on my bed and some new songs and some stories for my Dust game. Played with my main Bluetooth doll and got my Bluetooth results ready for me to sort out, as I'm going to be sorting them out later on. And I tidied my office up for my work on my new book series and worked into some new songs. I did some arts and craft and I played some cards and board games and played on Minecraft and COD and Stop Yourself and Minecraft on a DS. Did some flash designing and some colouring pages and some word searches. Colouring pages for me are very therapeutic, and I watched some Scooby-Doo DVDs and Joan the Holograms, and I watched some episodes of Downton Abbey and watched some Midsummer Murder episodes and some classic Doctor episodes and some odd soap stuff like Skins Water Green Show and some other stuff like that, and watched some more Ron and Malik stuff and some Doctor Who Supernatural and Shadow Hunter episodes, and watched Will and Grace. And I am now off to go sort my main Bluetooth doll, do a bit of dog photography and watch today's Home and Neighbours. I hope you've all had a lovely week so far. Have a lovely bank holiday weekend, and I shall see you soon with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye!